Now, staying with the news from the court, the first witness who was called in the Omotoso trial has concluded her testimony for now in the Port Elizabeth High Court. The court heard harrowing evidence from Cheryl Zondi, who's testifying against televangelist Pastor Timothy Omotoso and his co-accused Zukisa, Sitho and Lusanda, Solani.
Zondi told the court Omotoso sexually groomed her for years to be a sex slave, but she eventually became brave enough to leave.
Defense advocate Peter Doberman continued cross-examining Zondi and probing her about her life in the church. He handed her photographs of her travelling together with the Grace Galaxy Choir and the accused Timothy Omotoso. The court heard how the group travelled internationally with the pastor. Doberman put it to her that she was seen smiling and jovial in pictures and videos. Zondi told the court she hid her pain but suffered silently. She told the court Omotoso would embarrass her and rebuke her in front of others. She also told the court Omotoso told her she was one of the best conquests in the bedroom. Doberman grilled her as to why it took her so long to leave the mission house. She told the court she plucked up the courage after she saved 300 rand that Omotoso gave her for a church crusade to hire a cab and leave.
I wanted everyone in the house to be asleep when I walked out, but there was one lady who was still awake and she was in the kitchen. She was busy cleaning the kitchen. I decided at that moment, this is do or die. It's either I'm going to leave today or, I'm stuck here. So I acted as if I didn't see her. I took the remote key, the one that opens the garage. I let myself out of the door. I quickly ran to my bag. I ran out of the gate. I told the cab driver to wait.
The state maintains they have a watertight case.
We still have a very strong case. We are not worried about that, and we will do our job very well. We see what Mr. Doberman is trying to do, but of course we were expecting it as the NPA. At the end of the day, a defense lawyer will try all tricks in the books so that they can get away with crime.
Defense advocate Doberman has also come under fire for various rights groups for his style of cross-examination.
We need to have a conversation as a nation as to how these lines of questioning can be curtailed while the rights of the defendant are also protected. Because there are rights also of the victim. The victim has rights, and where are those rights when we are being violated for the second time?
There was as much action outside court as there was inside. Zondi received support from the hashtag Total Shutdown movement. The Jesus Dominion International Church continued to support Omotoso.
I represent, first of all, men. I represent fathers. I represent the church ministers as well. I am here because I feel that we cannot keep quiet. We stand with our daughters. We stand with our children.
The reason why there is such a low rate in people being sentenced is because people are too scared to come out, because they see what's happening with the Dobermans of the world, re-victimizing you on the stand, not listening to you when you answer your questions.
Zondi is expected to return to Johannesburg and will be called back to continue testifying at a later stage. The trial of Timothy Omotoso will resume on Monday. State prosecutor Nebain Tilwa has indicated that a new witness will take to the stand. Jade Lee Paulser, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.